Hello.
We are live. What is going on, people? Welcome to the Uncensored podcast featuring the Mexican and the Italian.
The pixelated Mexican.
Today, we have lots to talk about. Lots.
Yeah, it's been quite the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're at the point where it just doesn't slow down anymore, does it?
No. There's just gonna be something new every week. I mean, it's good for our content, but
yeah.
Bad for the world, good for the content.
Bad for America.
Yeah. As we speak, I'm getting the up next recommended video for us is ABC News Live talking Biden slams Trump on violence.
I don't see that. God damn. What have you been watching that's in your fucking suggestions now?
Right? Like what? Dude, come on. It's because I watched Steven Crowder. They're trying to push me the other way.
Yeah. Oh, he watches this guy. Oh no, can't have that. Let's get him on Vox, baby.
Exactly, Vox. Dude, Vox is so disgusting. Like, it's so hard to watch. I don't know if you've ever tried to watch it. It's just so much misinformation.
It's trash, dude. It's just
so
trash.
Bad. It's so bad.
It's not news. It's propaganda.
Bro, the one piece of credit I ever gave them was firing Carlos Maza, but that's because they had to.
Yeah.
Yep.
He literally wouldn't let Steven Crowder go. He
destroyed the internet, and they were like, if he stays here, we're going to get destroyed.
Yep. Yeah. You know how much funding they get, too? They get, like, an insane, like, millions for their YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. I think it's...
where do those millions go?
Isn't it like a subsidiary of Univision or something?
I guess.
I think so. I don't remember who owns them.
I think it's NBC.
Who owns Vox? Yeah.
Breaking news! First comment. What's up, Carissa?
What's up, Kay? How you doing? Let's hop into the first story.
I'm just saying, really quick. I have the stream pulled up on my new good computer.
Yeah.
And my webcam looks pretty good right now with me and my flag. I'm pretty proud of the way I look right now.
Let's start at the beginning of Kenosha with Jacob. Was it Blake?
What's up, Gil?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jacob Blake, right? This is why people are writing. Jacob Blake, a person who has a felony charge for sexual assault. He's a serial fingerer. That's what business is.
Serial. That's what I was saying the other day.
serial fingerer. Jacob Blake is the reason that these people are rioting and killing other people is because he was shot by cops 7 times in the back when he was trying to get into his car after they told him to stop.
And they tried to shoot him with a taser. It didn't work.
From official police report, it was said that they received a call that he was trying to steal a woman's keys.
Yeah.
So they show up. They try to apprehend him.
Whoa. What? Not only that, when she called, she said that there was a restraining order against him that he was violating. Exactly. She said he was not supposed to be there.
And they know that he's a felon.
Yep.
That had violent crimes in the past.
Yeah. So, and there was a warrant at that point, right?
And there was already a warrant on him. Yes.
Yeah.
So the cops arrive, right? They try to apprehend him. He resists arrest. They try to tase him twice. He still does not stop, right?
Yep.
The tasers have no effect on him. So
He's
the
moving.
dude's going into his car that has 2 small children. Now the cops, from their mindset, probably don't know that this is his car. They probably don't know that.
No, they have no idea. All they know is that he's running.
All they know is he's getting into a car with 2 young children in the back.
That number one, and it looks like even if you watch the video, it looks like he's reaching for something because he's like this.
Also, it was reported that the cops were saying, put the knife down by the person who filmed the video of this happening.
There was a knife in the car. The cops found the knife. There was a knife on the floor. So
there was a knife, and he may have been reaching for it to stab a cop. So, the second they see a weapon, they've tried tasing him, and he's within arm's reach of them.
That's not even the point.
Yeah.
Fuck whether they've seen it. It looks like he's reaching for a weapon. You're going to wait until he turns around and is shooting you? Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. So they shoot him 7 times in the back, which some people was going to say is excessive, but they shot him until he was, down. He wasn't moving.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Because that dude had been tased 2 times before that and was still walking fine.
Yep.
So they shot him until he wouldn't move anymore. And that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because you don't shoot until he can still have enough. You don't shoot him once and then he has enough to turn around and stab you. You know?
Yeah. These people who are burning down fucking Kenosha.
Yep.
I wonder how good they feel to realize they're burning it down for a fucking sexual assaulter, a convicted sexual assaulter.
Yeah. Yep.
Carissa, I don't think it was a 14 or 15-year-old. I could be wrong.
No,
I'm pretty sure it was his ex-girlfriend.
No. She's talking. the person you're thinking of, okay, is the one that who we're gonna get to later, which is Kyle.
Oh,
Kyle killed somebody that was sexually assaulted a 14, 15-year-old girl.
So this guy, the guy who started the whole thing in Kenosha,
yeah,
he sexually assaulted his ex-girlfriend, which apparently is why she had the restraining order.
Yep, and then he tried to steal her keys.
Yeah, according to her, he forced his fingers inside her and then
said
them and smelled them.
You smell like you've been with other men.
Yep, it smells like you've been with other men.
That's the weirdest shit I've ever heard. Mex.
This is the guy you're burning your city for. This is the guy.
I was like, just imagine a girl comes up to you, she sniffs your dick, she's like, it smells like you've been with other women. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? Like that's just the weirdest statement to make.
Yep.
I have no comment. That's just what.
Yeah, it's exactly. He's a fucked up individual.
Yeah.
And they're burning down and killing people for it.
Yeah, and people are sad that he died. Listen, I say this all the time.
He didn't die.
Oh no, yeah, he's paralyzed.
He's paralyzed.
Yeah, he's partially paralyzed.
Whoa, we wanted that one.
Oh, but now he's a multimillionaire as well from his GoFundMe.
From what I heard the other day, it was up to like 970,000.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's broken a million. It's 100% broken a million.
You're giving somebody. What happened to all the feminists? What happened to believe all women?
Yeah.
You're giving a potential rapist money.
It's believe all women that it's believe all women that help us push our agenda. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's in fine print. You can't see it.
How could you give this fucking guy money?
Yeah,
whatever the majority is going with is what whoever all this people are going to support. Yeah. If everyone's saying, "Oh, this is terrible," the other people aren't going to be like, "Oh no, I don't think this is terrible," because they'll get the same thing as what we get. We get trashed. But
that's what I'm saying.
We did not. Peanut.
Peanut. No, I didn't hear that. Who shut down the abortion clinics?
In Texas.
I know they've had people have been. There's been a few Planned Parenthoods where people went out on the street and wrote "Baby Lives Matter," and they're like getting in trouble and stuff. But it's okay to write "Black Lives Matter." This whole thing is just fucking retarded. This whole thing.
Standards.
Yep.
Zero. When they did the Black Lives Matter thing in my city, my mayor didn't even file for the permit. He just did it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Let's continue with the Kenosha story. So after that happening, after the man getting shot 7 times, becoming paralyzed, and becoming a millionaire, which fucking ridiculous. Why can't I?
I don't know why.
How?
It makes me so angry. It makes me so angry.
After that happened, people rioted. They burned down businesses. They burned down parking lots.
Still rioting, I think.
They are. Yep. They burned.
The president said he wants to go there, which will be quite interesting if you ask me.
They burned. What's it called? They burned down a game shop. If you know who the Quartering is, he talked about it. It was actually his local game shop because he's 20 minutes from Kenosha. He said, I believe. So he's right there.
Yep.
And then what happens is somebody by the name of Kyle Rittenhouse goes to defend a business, right? Or actually, I believe he said he went there to provide medical aid because he went with just a med kit. And then one of his buddies that actually lives in Kenosha.
That's what I was going to say. At first, everyone was saying he brought the gun with him.
Nope.
Which the law, even though he was underage, the law says if you're underage, you're still allowed to have a rifle for hunting purposes.
Yep.
Right? The crime is bringing it across state lines. That's what you're not supposed to do.
And
everybody, all of Twitter was saying that's what we're going to get him on. He smuggled a gun across state lines to kill people, right?
Yeah.
Not what happened. He was given the gun by somebody when he was on the spot.
I watched a video of a lawyer explaining and breaking it all down, and he said the only thing that they can get him on is open carrying as a minor, which he can't do.
Yeah.
That is a misdemeanor. He won't even go to jail for.
Yeah.
So that's
you're not getting him on murder. It was self-defense. There's a million videos with a million different angles.
So he goes there. He goes there with a med kit actually to help people, and he gets a gun from his buddy that he's using to protect the business. He actually some dude starts chasing him. Why chase the dude with the gun? He actually corners him, and from reports, the dude that was chasing him reached for the barrel of his gun, and that's when he shot him.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then, after he shot him, it looks like he's calling the police to me. He says, hey, I just shot somebody.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to make it out to he's calling his buddy and be like, yo, dude, I just killed somebody. Haha. No, he most likely was calling the police and saying, hey, I just shot somebody over here.
I mean, to confirm that, we'd need a 911 call, but...
Yes, yeah. But that's what I would expect was happening. I don't think somebody in the middle of a riot.
I just owned the libs by killing one.
Yeah. I doubt he did that. But again, we won't know until like there's official police 911 call records come out or something like that. So
yeah.
But then after that happens, he gets swarmed by people, and there's multiple people saying get his ass, screaming, chasing him. Bunch of people chasing him.
There's that guy who runs up with the skateboard.
So he's running from the dude. He trips and falls. Whenever he trips and falls, he turns around. One dude comes after him, and then one dude hits him with a skateboard. He shoots the dude with the skateboard.
He's like, when you watch the video, honestly, it's like a fucking anime.
Yeah.
Because the guy is running, right? He jumps into the skateboard over his head and then gets shot out of the air. He's like, bang!
Yeah. So he shoots the dude with the skateboard, and after shooting the dude with the skateboard, the other guy actually pulls out a pistol, and he shoots that dude in the arm, and now he looks like Woody trying to...
Fucking Max sent that gift when we were talking about it. Bro, I fucking died.
So now that dude's missing a chunk of his arm. And that's because you pulled a gun on a dude when he was on the ground being attacked by you and your buddy with a skateboard.
Yeah.
So you deserve to be shot. He was defending himself. You had him on the ground. He couldn't run away. He tried multiple times to get away. So if you just didn't chase him, everything would have been fine. But you're not. Yeah. You're not a smart, intelligent human being. You're a dumbass who decides to chase a dude with a gun without a gun. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It's just
like what went through their heads? They're like, oh, what is he gonna do? Shoot us? Yeah, he is gonna shoot you. Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Dude. Rule 1 of existing: don't charge the guy with the gun.
Yeah.
When you have a skateboard,
like, listen, argument's sake, let's say I'm those crazy rioters and that fascist just shot my friend, right?
I'm running away. I'm running away.
If I don't have a gun, I'm not going anywhere near that shit because he's gonna shoot me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
And they want this kid to go to jail. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
the kid was there trying to help, gets attacked.
After this happens, he actually turns himself in to the police.
Yeah, that's something you'll never see from the rioters. They never turn themselves in.
Oh yeah, no, the dude. Yeah, we'll get to the dude in Portland later.
Carissa, I've seen the video, but I didn't know they identified this guy.
I have not seen a video.
Was it Tumblr or something like that?
No, the video. I'm talking about the video of the MAGA guy getting shot.
No. Was it in Portland? Or was it in Kenosha?
I think it was in Washington. No, it was in Portland. You're right. It's in Portland.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in a little bit. But that let's just say the person who killed him isn't gonna step and go to the police and say turn themselves in. You know?
Yeah.
Because they weren't defending themselves. They just decided to shoot him because he had a Trump hat on.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You walked in on us talking about murder. What's up, Average?
Average.
Everybody that's watching, make sure to hit the like button and hit the share button.
Always
share us around on Twitter.
Always do that.
Let everybody hear about us. We like to have a fun time on here.
Put it this way: if you're looking at a YouTube video and you see my face, hit the like button.
Exactly. So the kid turns himself in. He's now being charged with murder or whatever they want to try and charge him with, even though it's never gonna go through because he was defending himself. He has one of the best lawyers fucking possible on his case, so nothing's happened to the kid. He is the dude who did the what was it? What was the?
It was the Centennial Park bombing.
The Centennial Park bombing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not going to jail. He's not going to jail.
Yeah.
I actually feel bad for that kid because you have to deal with taking a life at that fucking age, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, all I'm saying is all these news sources are labeling him a murderer. You know what's going to happen? We're going to have another Nick Sandmann case where he sues the hell out of all of these news sources.
He better. But you got to understand something. He's got to take care of his criminal charges first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Once that's out of the way, he better fucking sue all these people. You called me a murderer, and he better fucking sue the shit out of him.
You called me a murderer, and I was defending myself.
Yep.
And you know what's crazy? These people never reach out to who they're talking about. They will never reach out.
They don't.
For example, CNN, I think, was it CNN or it was some liberal news thing, did a story on Steven Crowder being a racist and stuff. He found the number for the editor for that article's personal phone number, called her, and he was like, "Hey, it's Steven Crowder. I'm here with a comment." And she was like, What? And he was like, "It's Steven Crowder. I'm here with a comment. You guys wrote an article about me. I'm assuming you reached out for a comment, but I just must have missed it." And
that's not the first time it's happened. I watched that newest one. He's done that before.
Yeah. It's called Crowder Calls. It's amazing. It's an amazing series of events where they just shit their pants because they don't know what to do. Because they never would have thought.
And it's like, what? Like, you're just not gonna even ask for his side of the story. Just write a hit piece. Just try and.
Average said who killed who. Yeah.
Look up Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse is the one you want to look up.
It's the video that was going around from the riots in Washington, where the kid, he was 17, and he was like, the guy was hitting him with a skateboard, and he shot the guy.
Yeah. Let me. I'm gonna pull up a link for him to.
Yeah.
You guys continue talking.
I'm trying to find out because there was some the person that was the Trump supporter that was shot in Portland.
Yeah.
Apparently he was identified by I forget. It's one of those like community.
Whoa! We are here. What? We are here in 2020. Wait a second. This is news right here, dude. What? So you remember that lawyer video I sent where a lawyer was just talking about it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now whenever you search up that video and you go onto it, it says the following content has been identified by the YouTube community as inappropriate or offensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of course. You knew that was going to happen, dude. Come on.
Wait, I just gotta look at that. Yeah. That's what happens when you look up the video now.
That's so fucking
This is the video I was literally about to send over to Average so he can watch it, so he can get like a full story of it whenever he wants. That's a really good video. It's a lawyer looking at all the footage, explaining all the facts, legality of the situation, everything. So that's what I recommend watching.
Yep.
But continue on. What you were talking about the Portland shooting?
Yeah. One of the community websites. I forget, it's not like it's 4chan, but it's not 4chan. It's called something else. I forget.
Tumblr.
It might be Tumblr or something.
Okay.
But one of these community websites identified the shooter of the Trump supporter in Portland before the police even had an idea. Like,
yeah,
it's insane what these people on the internet can do when they a group just puts their mind to it. I'm like, it's been like what, a few days, and they like
the internet is. You know, the government is always slower than everybody else. So.
Yeah, the internet is a beautiful place when they unite against something like that. That's just amazing.
Yeah. It's like, So this is what when I googled it, I got an article from The Sun that came up. Apparently, the guy who killed him bragged about being quote 100% Antifa and took a load of protest. So he was ready to fucking go. This guy.
Yeah,
and it was 4chan.
This guy needs to go to jail for murder.
Yes. And not just because of his views, but because he went out and shot somebody. He wasn't defending himself.
The guy was walking down the street minding his own business and got shot for wearing a hat.
Yep.
Or it was like a Blue Lives Matter shirt or something.
Exactly. There's so many countless stories you can actually see right now if you just look it up. Black man stabs white man and says Black Lives Matter while doing it. Black man kills other white man for Black Lives Matter. He said that the media just made him think he has to go kill a white man. Like things like that.
Yeah.
The media is literally pushing people to hate white people so much and Trump supporters so much that they feel the need to go out and kill them.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. And then they wonder why us normal people hate the fucking media now.
Oh yeah.
And here's the great part. I know lefties who hate the media too.
Yeah,
because even normal lefties are like, yo, why is everything a lie?
And here's another thing. I strongly believe that CNN is trying to get Trump reelected because it helps their ratings.
Oh yeah,
I think they're playing anybody that is diehard CNN and I hate Trump because CNN said so that I should. You're getting played. You're getting played. They're making it so drastic and so big that they're getting people to vote for Trump.
They don't actually care about your politics. They care about your views.
Exactly. They care about getting money.
Look at MSNBC. Why is Rachel Maddow still on the air?
Yep.
She's literally left-wing Alex Jones.
Yep.
She's the exact same thing on the other side of the spectrum, and she's allowed to be on NBC.
Yep.
So you tell me.
But Alex Jones gets banned from everything on the internet at once.
Yeah.
But
Alex Jones, and I always said, and I said from the beginning, when I knew about him way before the internet knew about him and decided to cancel him. I'm like, yo, you need to not take him as a serious news source.
No.
Like, that's your problem. I never took him as a serious news source.
Yeah.
I took him as
the water is turning the frogs gay.
Yeah. What made you? Whatever. I mean, it's old news, but that's my point. So they cancel him for that, but then Rachel Maddow gets to do the same thing.
Yep.
Just with lefty conspiracy theories.
Yeah. What was her speech again when Trump got elected? This isn't a dream. This isn't a nightmare. This is real life.
Yeah.
This is our reality.
You're not sleeping right now. You woke up. Yeah.
Trump is president. This is reality. Like, bro, you're acting like it's like nuclear fallout.
I cannot wait to see Trump get reelected and just watch it all happen again. Watch all.
There's gonna be another one of these moments.
Yeah,
it's gonna
exactly.
Be great.
I watch Twitter delete itself. You know, like.
Look, here's what a good way that I was actually thinking about this earlier. You were right. CNN definitely needs Trump to be reelected.
Oh yeah,
because the bump that he gives them in ratings, because they could just say Trump all day long.
Yeah.
If you want a good example as to how that works, do you guys ever hear the comedian Louis Black?
Mm-mm.
All right, I listened to him a lot growing up in the early 2000s.
Oh wait, maybe.
He's actually from here.
Wait, what is
Louis Black? LEW.
I have. Okay, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was listening to a lot growing up, right? Mm-hmm. And at that age, I wasn't political. Like, I didn't take a side. But the reason he got so famous at the time was because all his jokes were Republicans are stupid. Republicans are stupid. Fuck the Republicans, right? Kind of like what you see right now, right?
Yeah.
And I just liked him because as a kid, he said he made funny jokes, and I laughed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when George W. Bush finally left office, I remember somebody had interviewed him, and they were like, your entire career is based on making fun of George W. Bush. So, like, what are you going to do now that we have a Democrat in office, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know. And can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You don't see him do specials anymore.
Yep.
Nope.
I haven't heard from him in years. The last time I heard his voice was on local radio here doing a commercial for lottery tickets.
Yeah.
That's the last time I heard his voice. That wasn't recent.
I do want to go off. Average just said people who do those atrocities aren't a real part of the Black Lives Matter movement. I just want to say, why does every single Black Lives Matter protest end in violence then? That's my thing.
Well, here's the way I look at it.
One. I'm sure there's plenty of people who aren't a part of they just want to walk peacefully and protest and get their views out there. But
here's what I think the problem is. Here's what I think the problem is with that. Like I always say, you guys know me. I don't like the organization Black Lives Matter because I don't like a lot of the things they stand for. They're open communists. Look at their website. I don't like them. What I think happens here is, again, this is why I say the game is rigged, because
Black Lives Matter agree with them.
Yeah, it was very carefully chosen. So what happens is it sucks in regular people who are just trying to march for equality and do their American thing and whatever they're doing, and all the regular people now get mixed in with this.
Yep.
I don't consider Black Lives Matter the movement. You understand what I'm saying? So, you say, Average says they're not part of the real Black Lives Matter movement. The problem is the people running the thing are the corrupt people. You're trying to be the good guy in their fucked up fight.
Yeah. Yep.
There's peace. No, I know there's peaceful protests. I'm not saying there's not. No. But there are definitely peaceful protests.
It's just there's so many of these Black Lives Matter things that turn to riots. Like, so many of them. And
the media gaslights the violent ones because of views and numbers. Yeah.
I agree, Jim. Justice for Kyle. He's not getting charged. It's not going to happen. Or he's not getting convicted. I mean.
Yeah, no, he won't get convicted.
But if
he gets convicted, I'll jump out this window.
Yeah. I'm taking your word on that. Almost.
Yep.
But with the Black Lives Matter, it's not like we don't think every single one of these Black Lives Matter people is a terrible person, and we don't think they're all going to start riots. But when you're in that situation, if you're at a protest and it turns violent, I would say a good 20 to 30% of those people are going to join in, and the others are going to be like, Right,
that's the point. And then what happens is you're only left with a fucking riot.
Yep.
Yeah.
No matter how people if I'm at a protest and we're marching down the street and we're holding our signs and we're yelling what we got to yell, right? And I see a motherfucker over there throw a brick through a window and then pull out like a cocktail out of his pocket. Yep. I'm turning around and going that way.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved in that shit. And that's the problem. You have a group of people who they see and they go, "Ooh, I'm gonna join him." That's the problem.
Yeah. It's really, really bad. Portland has been fucking getting fucked up for weeks now.
And
months.
It's also I don't blame every single one of those, every single Black Lives Matter person, or even a few of them for.
No, like I say, the people I blame are the people who started the organization.
The thing I have a problem with is the people on top, the people who support that stuff in the media, in politics, on top of the Black Lives Matter movement, whatever it's called. Yeah. Whoever's on top of that, and they support that. Sean King, who supports it. all these people who are like, oh, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, and they push normal people to be like, oh, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, and then this becomes normalized.
Exactly. You blame CNN who showed our thumbnail. That's who you blame.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
The same can be said about the cops, though. We have shitty cops making all people in blue look like racist assholes. I agree with you. There are bad cops. I never said there weren't.
Yeah.
And then the story becomes all cops are bastards, right? That's what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's fucking wrong. So there's problems everywhere. Nothing's perfect.
Yeah, nothing's perfect. But one thing that will never solve any problems is going and burning down local businesses. I refuse to believe that will solve any single problem in this world.
No, like I said, like I was saying before, I blame the two women who started Black Lives Matter, who if you look them up, are open communists.
Yep.
They consider themselves Marxists. They see this as a fucking chance to burn down the country and build their communist utopia. That's what they're trying to fucking do.
Oh, yeah.
And that is who I blame. That's why they are personally starting these riots.
Yeah. 100%.
I don't have proof for that, but what I'm saying is it's their fault.
It's their fault, yeah. And I mean, Black Lives Matter has been a trap for a long time. If you don't agree with them, oh, well, Black Lives don't matter then? And then now you're a racist, and now you have to be in Black Lives Matter. It's fucking ridiculous.
Let's call your boss and tell him you're racist so you get fired.
But
exactly.
Like,
riots don't solve anything. We can agree that violence is everything else. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know anybody who is afraid to have a conversation with somebody else and be like, well, some cops do bad things. What should we do about it? I don't think anybody's afraid to have that conversation.
No. But the problem is that it resorts immediately to burn down everything.
Yeah.
Burn down everything. Yep.
No, it's burned down everything before you even hear what happened.
Do I know?
Yeah. Before you even hear what happened. Yeah. The dude in fucking Kenosha gets shot, and immediately they're rioting and burning down businesses. Then it comes out, oh, you know what? We tased him twice, and he resisted arrest, and he was stealing keys from a woman he sexually assaulted.
And he violated a restraining order.
And he violated
and he had a knife in the car. And he had a knife in the car.
And he had a knife in the car. Like
with kids.
With kids in the back
of the car. That's a
big
problem. But that's what I'm saying. That's why it's not people who actually.
I think this is the biggest example of them making a martyr out of fucking somebody who's one of the worst people that they could possibly ever make a martyr out of.
Yeah.
Because usually that's how it goes. They immediately riot, and then we're like, well, wait, let's see if they were resisting arrest, like the dude at the Wendy's in fucking Georgia, in Atlanta, right?
That's another one. Yeah, that's another one.
That dude, he resisted arrest. He threw a cop on his head. He stole their taser and pointed it at him. But you want the cops to not do anything, right?
Yeah.
You want the cops to just let him run away with their taser.
Yeah, you want the cops in and go, oh, well. Like, what the fuck do you think is going to happen, dude?
Yeah, but don't you know, guys? They want social workers to take care of these things.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Average, I'm torn on the Jacob Blake situation. I don't think they should have shot him 7 times, but he wasn't innocent. Like I said, if you want to say they shot him too many times, I can talk about that.
Here's my point. Can I say my point of view on that? At least they shot him too many times. They tried tasing him twice. He had a knife in the car.
Right.
He was getting into a car with 2 children in it. He had a warrant for his arrest. They shot him until he wasn't moving anymore. He didn't even die. They shot him until he was incapacitated, which I think is okay.
Yeah,
personally,
I agree with you. Well, what I'm saying is, if you want to just go, if you just you want to go straight, like he said, 7 times is too much, right? If you want to say, if the argument you want to have with me is maybe they should have shot once or twice and saw what happened, I can listen to that argument.
I can't, because if you shoot once or twice see what happens, he gets in the car with kids with a knife. You don't know what he's doing.
That's true.
Let's say you shoot him once or twice, then he turns the knife around and slits the cop's throat. Now we're in a bad situation. You shoot him until he's incapacitated every single time. You don't let him. You don't even give him a chance to turn around and fight back. Yeah. Because the second you do, that's where it can become a worse situation for everybody.
Yeah. My thing here, Average, is now he's in the hospital and he's paralyzed for life. And you got the news articles playing the fucking violins, right? Oh, innocent unarmed black man is paralyzed now. Come on, dude.
Unarmed. Yeah, there was literally an article that said he was mostly unarmed, but
the article said knife was found, but he was otherwise unarmed. What?
What do you mean unarmed? He had a knife. You just said it right there.
I don't know, guys. That seems pretty unarmed to me.
Yeah, right? A knife, that's not a weapon. What are you talking about? It was a butcher knife.
Yeah. It's a kitchen utensil, guys.
Yeah, it was a plastic knife. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's the disconnect, I think.
Regardless, even
country,
like
right
a lot of people like to talk about like toy guns and shit, because there's been a couple of shootings where a kid has a toy gun or whatever. Yeah. Whenever you're a cop, if you see a toy gun, it's kind of sometimes hard to tell if it's a toy gun or a real gun. You can't tell if you're.
Yeah, I had when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I had a cap gun that was fucking like silver.
You can't tell if it's a BB gun. You can't tell if it's a.
And my mom would tell me all the time, do not go out on the street with that because a cop is going to shoot you.
Yep.
Yeah. She told me all the time.
I don't know why this was a thing, but I don't know if you remember this, but like, for some reason, like we had like BB guns and stuff. Yeah. And for some reason, idiots in like that I knew thought it was cool to take off the orange tip of the gun that showed that it was fake and just act like I'm like, what are you doing?
So also
that's why they put those orange tips.
So I want to tell a little bit of a story about something that happened in Greenville, which is just an hour away from me, right?
Yeah.
In Greenville, so there was the cops that were in a unmarked van, in the back of a van. They were doing a sting operation on this kid, or not this kid, but this dude, right? Yep. Black dude walking down the street. The van pulls up. All the cops hop out, right? They point their guns at him and they say, "Show us your hands." He takes off and he has a gun in his hand. They immediately all shoot at least 12 times at him.
Yeah, because you don't know where he's going. You don't know who he's going to shoot.
All he had to do to not get shot was, "I'm sorry, I'm here. I'll go to jail."
Yeah, exactly.
Then he would be alive. But now he's not because he decided to run and have a gun in his hand.
Exactly.
Same thing with Jacob Blake. All Jacob Blake had to do was say, "All right, you got me. I'm done. I'm not resisting. Take me to jail." He didn't do
that because Danny wasn't. We haven't talked in so long. I miss you, Danny. We got to talk. But Blake didn't want to do that because he had a warrant. So he knew he was going to jail, not a warrant, and that he violated his that restraining order.
Yep.
So he knew he was going to jail, so he fought. If that's your decision, you know what the outcome of that decision is going to be.
Yes.
Yep. Turns out fighting was the best decision of his life because now he has millions of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
That is true.
He's going to have millions of dollars while he sits in fucking jail.
Here's the thing. You can't drive a Ferrari if you're paralyzed.
He's gonna have to have somebody. He's gonna have to use that $1 million to pay a maid to fucking wipe his ass. That's what he's gonna do.
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna buy a Bentley. And he's gonna have somebody drive him around in it.
I wonder if he's paralyzed from like where he's paralyzed from. I wonder if he has his use of his arms or not.
I don't know. I think it's waist down, but I'm not positive. It might be a quadriplegic. I don't know.
I just don't know if cops should definitely have guns. Cops should
definitely should be trained to detain situations differently. I said this from the beginning. That I'm 100% open to. Yeah. If we want to examine how they're trained and change it and make it and try to make it better, I'm all for that.
Yeah,
I'm 100% over it because I have seen videos too. I say this all the time. You have to go on a case by case basis when these things pop up, right? And I have seen plenty of these where the cop just loses their mind and shoots a guy for no reason. I've seen it happen. Yep. So I know it happened. So if you want to say, listen, we got to change training, cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm down with that.
I still think cops should have guns.
I'll never say that. But.
As someone going into criminal justice, I would never choose this if I knew I couldn't defend myself. Yeah. If I don't have some way of defending myself when I go to like a crime scene or whatever, or if there's like a dangerous person's out there, bro, I'd rather be a civilian with a gun than a cop without a gun.
Yeah, imagine you're a detective and you have to go interview somebody who lives at a fucking like drug den, right?
Yeah,
you're gonna want to walk in there without a gun.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, exactly. So the average with what you're saying is, I just think they need better training, more control over firearms. Cops are 100%. Trained. Yeah. Cops are trained to the second where they think anybody's life could be in danger, they should take action immediately.
Yes.
So like, let's say somebody's getting into a car, right? And you've been trying to detain him, and he's about to drive away, and it's going to cause a chase that could possibly end in a crash that could kill other people. You immediately take your shot. Immediately. Yeah. You don't let him get in the car.
Average said, I'm pro-gun, and you know this. I just think they need better training and more control on their firearms. Yeah, that's fine. I knew you were pro-gun, and that's fine. Let's see. Carissa, I remember when I saw a sting in my neighborhood. The lady was nice, and she was talking to my son, who was a toddler at the time, and she was like, "Hold on, sweetheart," and ran to my neighbor, who was coming out of the house saying, "FBI, freeze." She was being all nice, and then immediately whipped her gun out. That's what happens. That's how it goes.
Like when cops go somewhere and they if in any situation you could be driving a car dangerously or trying to hit a cop with a car and he's going to shoot you. He's going to shoot you if you're posing any threat to any person besides yourself.
Yep.
If you're risking the life of any civilian that's innocent, they will shoot you.
Exactly.
Because your life, as soon as you break the law and run from police, is forfeit to any other person's life who has not done that.
Exactly. exactly. The second you commit a crime, you give up your right to life, in my opinion.
It depends. It depends. Yeah, if I steal a Snickers bar, I don't want to die.
The second you commit a crime and then you put other people's lives in danger, you give up your right to life.
Yes. The second you put other people's lives in danger, yes, I agree. If it's between their lives and your life, I'll pick their lives every time.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. The other thing what a lot of people overlook is that cop wants to go home to their wife and kids too.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're not going to die because you think that they should wait longer before firing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
exactly. If you want, like I said, if you want other de-escalation techniques, okay. Like let's look at what they're supposed to do, right? That's what I'm saying. We can have that argument.
Yep.
But everybody wants to burn cities down, so.
Okay, I think a lot of people say they want better training simply because they don't know the training that actually goes into it.
That's too curiosity, yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know fully what goes on whenever they get trained.
Yeah,
I think a little bit more transparency there would also be a good thing.
Yeah, average Joe's. I personally can't come up with any other way of controlling a dangerous situation other than a gun. That's the point.
Yeah. See, but everyone says, "Oh, they should find other ways." Please, what other ways? Tell me.
Let's look at the Jacob Blake situation, right?
Yeah.
They don't have guns. Let's say we have a law where cops aren't allowed. We're like England. You're not allowed to have a gun, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now he's diving into his car. He grabs a knife and turns around and is now having a knife fight with all the cops.
Yep.
Now people are getting fucking stabbed in the face and whatnot.
And guess what? The cops, they have tasers. They shoot him once with a taser, nothing happens. Oh, no.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't work.
Yeah. You always need a backup because tasers are never 100% effective.
Exactly.
No. If the guy's on drugs, he's not going to feel it. You know what I mean?
I'm curious now. I'm going to look up the effective rate of tasers.
Yeah. Pretty high, but again, not 100%.
Yeah. Average, since I don't know what they train for, I can't say. But if I have more hours on Overwatch and they have in full training, I think that's an issue. No, like I said, if you want it to be longer or something, you think it's too short. Again, this is totally shit I want to talk about. As long as you don't hit me with we got to get rid of all cops and take away their gun. That's exactly where you're gonna lose me.
Exactly.
Danny, I gotta go, and I'm the biggest fan of this sort of conversation. All right, Danny, we'll see you. I'm gonna be streaming on my channel, so you'll see me.
Yeah. Yes, okay. Tasers had an instant incapacitation rate of 86%.
86. That means 14% of the time you try to tase somebody, it's not going to work.
Let's look up how many I want to look up how many violent crimes.
So, what else do we have on tap today? We have what was it? Pete Carroll?
Yeah.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll forces all of his football players on his team to register to vote, and gives a talk about how there's too much racism in America. And yep. Because
this is what I'm saying.
Because that's part of your job as a football coach, right?
Yeah. This is what I mean. This shit goes way too far. Yes, racists still exist. Racism still exists. But nobody's arguing against that.
Honest question, Biscuit. Do you think the cops that shot Jacob Blake were racist?
No.
Exactly.
Again, unless you show me some kind of proof, right? That they hated black people for some reason.
Proof on that.
Average, there should be yearly training and certification. Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
They should have yearly mental evaluations. I'm okay with that.
I actually said monthly. I would be completely down for monthly sit-downs with a therapist.
You know what always comes to mind? There was that one case, it was a couple of years ago, it might have been like even 2016, 2017, it was around there, where there was a guy who I think was mentally unwell. There was something wrong with him.
Yeah.
And he was driving a car. My uncle's calling me. I ain't going to pick that up right now. He's driving a car and he just stopped on the highway.
Yeah.
So somebody noticed a car stopped in the middle of the highway, so they called the cops. They were like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. The cop showed up. It was a lady cop. And when she got out, she went to talk to him. And one thing led to another. And she freaked out and just shot him like 3 times in the face and killed him. Right? And she lost her job. I don't remember if she went to jail, but they fired her immediately.
Yeah.
So the point is, I understand it happened, and this is why you need these mental evaluations, because they need to be able to, cops need to be able to function in these high stress environments when you don't know what that guy's going to do.
Exactly.
And she didn't. But he didn't have any weapon. He didn't have nothing. He was just mentally unwell, and he started moving around, so she freaked out and she shot him. Like, you can't do that either.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a situation where the cop is 100% at fault.
Yeah.
Oh, but I did the math. So in 2018, there was 1,206,836 violent crimes reported in the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So let's say that and this is it's going to be very inflated because not every situation is the same, and we know that.
Oh yeah.
But at the highest mark, at a 14% fail rate, which is what it is for tasers, that means of the 1,206,000 violent crimes, taser would fail you 100,070 times.
Yeah.
That's 170,000 crimes, and this is inflated, so you can take a tenth of that, which is still way too many. So we'll say 16,000 violent crimes.
Yeah.
I would want to back up besides a taser.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
And another thing you got to understand with cops as well is so in the example of the there was some example where there's only one cop reporting. It was this woman, and she went up. There was a dude with a knife in front of a store, and he was like threatening. Remember, I sent you that video. He was threatening people. He was when the cop showed up, he was saying, "I'm gonna fucking kill you."
That's the video where they light him up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was one girl. One girl cop by herself shot him, and people were like, "Why didn't you try and tase him instead?" Well, whenever there's one cop, they don't go less than lethal. You don't use less than lethal unless you have a backup with lethal. Just in case it doesn't work.
If she's all by herself. She tases him and it doesn't work. She gets stabbed and dies.
Yep.
Potentially.
When you're by yourself, you take lethal. You don't do less than.
And not only that, if you watch that video, and you notice how that video didn't really blow up because she was right. She was in the right. Because she continually ran away from the guy. She was backing up.
Yep.
And she was backing up like running, like jogging speed back.
I felt bad for her because you could hear in her voice when she's telling him to stop that she did not want to shoot him.
There was the other one. I forgot where it was. It was last month or the month before, where the cop again was alone. I don't know why he didn't have his partner with him, but he was alone, and it was the same kind of thing. It was on a quiet street, someplace, and the guy started chasing him with a knife, and he did the same thing. He was running, except he had his back to him, right? The cop, and the cop's going, "You gotta stop, drop the knife!" And the guy's running faster with the knife, so the cop goes like this with the gun over his head and just pow, 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 and gets him and kills him. And then again, like I felt bad about that one too, because then when like another cop shows up and the guy is like freaking out that he just killed the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he had no choice.
Yeah.
Like it happened.
You have to save your own life. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't let him get close to you.
Yeah.
Kay said, did you guys talk about the riots again in Minneapolis? Dude, I didn't actually hear about that.
It's the same with Kenosha. It's rioting for
the rioting again for Jacob. Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, because Minneapolis wasn't burnt enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recently saw a new weapon cops are using that wraps a rope around someone in case they're dangerous.
It's like a bolo. It shoots like two prongs, and actually it shoots two like I guess hooks, and it wraps around them real like a person.
That's fucking cool. Now again, anything if you could find something that works that's less than lethal, I'm down to give it.
It has a nice effective rate that it's about as effective as a taser.
That's what I'm saying. Let's say we flip a switch tomorrow and every cop has one of those on his belt.
I still want a gun.
That's right. No, don't take the guns away. But what I'm saying is, if he shoots that at somebody and like the guy moves his leg and only one leg gets wrapped or whatever, and he's still running, and then the cop shoots him, and then everybody's gonna cry again that he should have done something different.
Yep.
I think no matter what you do, no matter how well you make
can't
policing,
please these people.
That's number one. Number two, humans are humans. People will fuck up.
There was a guy who killed himself.
Kay said there was a guy who killed himself. The people were saying the cops did it.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. No, I didn't hear about that.
I'm about to look it up right now.
Yeah. Oh my God, my Twitter is blowing up now. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, a black man who was wanted in a homicide fatality shot himself as the police closed down on an event. Yeah.
Yeah, unrest hits Minneapolis after mistaken reports of police shooting black man who actually shot himself.
Yep.
That's like this reminds me of the woman who fucking it was a woman who was a lesbian who dated herself and then
what?
Yeah, I know it's fucking weird. She dated herself, she cheated on herself and then blamed men. But she was a lesbian. So she dated another woman. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Wait, what?
That's an actual thing. Yeah.
What?
I got this. Woman dates herself, blames men.
But yeah.
Let's find it.
Oh, yeah. He was wanted for killing somebody.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Woman marries herself, cheats on herself, and then blames men.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Sick. Great story. But yeah, A guy who shot himself after being wanted for a homicide shoots himself.
Yeah.
What was I saying 30 minutes ago? People react way too quickly to these absurd accusations.
Yep.
Yeah, they immediately resort to rioting. They don't wait to see what actually happened. They don't care about facts.
It's so fucking ridiculous. I can't believe this. Oh man. Peanut was saying, "What did I do on Twitter?" Because I brought it up because my Twitter is exploding. I started an argument. I've been really good about being a good boy on Twitter. I legit don't have the patience to fight with people on Twitter anymore. It's like I spent a couple of years, like the 2016 election and the year right after it, just arguing with people because politics were so hot. And considering how hot they are now, like I had never seen them as hot as they were then. I was like, so I was always arguing with people. But I'm at a point where I just want to be left alone. I want to live my life. If I want to argue, I'll go vote. Like that's the way I see it right now. But somebody I seen on Twitter posted a video of what's her face, Vanessa Hudgens. You remember?
I'm looking at your tweet right now.
Yeah, when the lockdown first started, she did that Instagram live.
Yeah,
where she was saying how we don't really need the lockdowns because she was like, "Yeah, it sucks and it's terrible. A lot of people are going to get it and some might die, but it's also kind of inevitable." Which is what I've been saying since the fucking beginning.
Yeah.
So I commented. I was like, "Yeah, she's actually 100% right. The lockdowns were stupid and ineffective." And this is something I brought up on the topic list I wanted to bring up tonight. The CDC just admitted that they overreported their numbers by 95%. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't want to just say they lied and put numbers. And that's not what they did.
So what somebody actually responded, and they said, no, the CDC did not overreport by 95%, but 95% of patients with COVID also had underlying conditions.
They overreported!
Which means the numbers were overreported.
Now, on the defense, a little bit. A smidge, I agree with you mostly. A smidge.
Devil's advocate, here we go.
So some of the underlying condition, like I have an underlying condition. If I got it and I died, I would have an underlying condition of my lung.
Yes.
But I would still... there's a bunch of different situations of underlying conditions. They could have, like, as she said, high blood pressure. But I guarantee you, the death rate without underlying conditions is so low compared to the death rate with underlying conditions. They definitely
it's a 95% difference. 100%. It's a 95%
That's what I'm saying. So, let argument's sake, let's take out people who have shit that a lot of us have. Like, maybe a lot of us have high blood pressure and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So let's say it's 50%.
Yeah, you're still over-reporting the numbers by a huge fucking margin, dude.
Yeah.
Corona wasn't killing people. It was the fact that people already have things on top of the corona.
Exactly. Yeah. Fucking anybody that got the flu and died because of the flu, which is usually about 30,000 people a year in the U.S., got reported as COVID deaths. So there's 30,000 deaths that shouldn't have been reported as COVID deaths.
Yeah, they like I said,
motorcycle crashes.
The most famous one I saw. There's a wrestler from the late 80s, early 90s, Kamala. He died a couple of weeks ago. He had a heart attack. Do you know what his hospital wrote down?
COVID.
Corona.
Yep.
He had a fucking heart attack.
More
was diabetic. He lost both his legs. No, Corona. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what the worst situation about the Minneapolis and just riots in general is? What? You know where every single, not every single, but like a large portion of all of the rioters come from? Out of state or out of city. They're like, let's go burn down some stuff. It's not our stuff.
It happened. It happened here. One of the people who actually managed to get arrested during the riots that happened here.
Yeah.
Was a girl who she Molotov cocktailed a couple of cop cars.
Yep.
Right. So they arrested her for rioting and public damage or whatever, damage of public property.
Yep.
And turns out she lives upstate. She's not even from the city.
Yep.
She drove her fucking stupid ass all the way down here to burn some shit and then leave. And I've never been more mad in my entire life than when I read that.
Yep.
Because what that is, and apparently she lives in some crazy, she lives in a rich area.
Yes,
I know where she lives. Yeah. So it's always a rich person who goes down to us normal fucking hardworking poor folk, burn everything down, and then we have to deal with what the fuck your fucking mess. Yeah. Because she doesn't have to live here. If she didn't get caught, she just goes back upstate. Right? Yeah. And nobody sees it.
Yep.
And then if you complain, it's, you care about more property than lives. No.
Yeah, no. You know what? Actually, I do care about my property more than lives. I don't give a fuck. If you come in trying to burn my shit down, you value your life less than you value my property. That's how I see it.
I see it the same way too.
Yeah.
Fuck the rich.
I value my property as much as a human life who doesn't destroy my property. As soon as you're threatening my property or my family, sorry. I'm not much on the forgiving.
Okay, of course people are leaving Minneapolis. If I lived in Minneapolis, I would be gone. I don't.
Well, people are leaving every big city. They're leaving here too. There was I seen an article 2 or 3 days ago. There's a U-Haul on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. The line the other morning was going 2 blocks down.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to get the fuck out. I want to, bro. Like I actually want to.
It's crazy.
You guys know I was supposed to move. I got all fucked up, family thing, so I can't really move. So I ended up buying a computer. So at least I get to play video games, but I want to get out so bad.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Get out so bad.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Trump's defense he tweeted he defends the Kenosha kid, and now everyone's faking outrage against him, saying, "Oh, he's supporting murder."
Yeah. Wait, I gotta look this up now myself. Where did he tweet that? Is it the video?
Yeah.
It's the video.
Pretty sure it's the video.
They say the insurance will take care of it. That's true. That's true. Meanwhile, most of the businesses you burn are mom and pop shops. They see business and they think that person's rich. People don't understand what it takes to run like a bodega or a deli or something. You don't have millions of dollars. You're lucky to have a few thousand in the bank at any given time. What?
So Trump comes out and says things like, we need to stop rioting, we need to stop violence and looting, and he's getting fucking flamed for it. But now, look, guess what's happening? Biden came on the other day, right? And he said setting fires is not protesting, looting is not protesting. But no, he's a god for that, right? Everything he says is amazing. But when Trump says it, it's bad because it's Trump.
Deej, I don't think you understand.
The only reason Biden is doing it is because his polling is bad now.
Yeah.
His polling's really bad. But guys, Orange Man bad. Okay.
Yeah. Orange Man bad, always.
Orange Man bad.
Yeah.
Why can't the presidential candidates have a boxing match? Oh, man.
Bro. I think Biden would break his hip trying to get into the ring.
Today on the stream, I formally request Pete Carroll versus me in the octagon. Let's get Dana White to set it up. I'm down.
Joe, you ain't Black Biden.
Yeah, Joe, you ain't Black Biden. Exactly.
See, this is why I don't have the patience for this anymore. My Twitter is still blowing up. I got to stop doing this.
Wait, I want to look. I need to look. I have.
No, it's people liking the people who are dunking on me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Getting racist.
It's like the only thing I want to be the only thing I want to be alerted to are the replies, even if they're shitting on me. I don't want to be alerted to people liking other tweets.
Yeah, that's stupid on Twitter where you put something and somebody replies to you and then somebody likes it, the reply, and you get a notification. This person liked the reply that was to you. I was like, I don't care. I really don't.
Yeah. Biden and Trump are gross stinky kid lovers. I would say we have very little proof of Trump actually being confirmed as one, but
I will say that Biden does kiss his daughter on the lips very often.
Yeah.
So
and he sniffs them.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's another weird thing.
Yeah.
And also, Biden was on Epstein's list. And was reported by a witness that he was actually there. So that is true. Trump has never been reported to actually have been seen on Epstein's island. That's another fact. So
yeah. But listen, we can agree to disagree on that one. It is what it is. Yep. No, I'm talking about to average.
See, but here's the difference. Like people say, "Oh, you're voting for."
He has had connections. He has had connections with Epstein, but he hasn't been on the island. That the girl who was on the island said she never seen him once.
Yeah, average. Also, Trump and Epstein were buddies back in the 70s or 80s or whatever, right?
You got to understand something.
But
you got to understand
there actually was a point
Epstein.
in time where they hated each other. But
that too.
The news never likes to talk about that.
The thing you have to understand about Epstein is it was kind of his job to be friends with all famous people.
Yep.
So he was at all kinds of parties. So
exactly.
But whatever.
I'm not. When I was saying there's no Trump is 100% never had anything to do with that. I'm just saying I haven't seen enough evidence to say he.
If more proof comes out that shows to me that he was on the island, I'll say fuck it, impeach him now.
Yeah.
I don't want a pedophile in the White House.
Yeah. So, but in that same quote, we also have to say, hey, the Biden can't run. He's a pedophile. So because he was reported to be on the island. So
no, I don't think he was he?
It came out. Biden was on Epstein's island.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he was on flight logs.
Yeah, he was on flight logs.
I didn't know that. I knew Bill Clinton was. I didn't know Biden was.
As soon as I type Biden was on Epstein's island, the first thing that pops up is a bunch of fucking CNN articles and shit. No, Biden doesn't own a private island near Epstein's island.
Yeah.
What?
What was I gonna say now? I mean, we didn't have too long of a topic list, but I do have something I wanted to bring up.
Yes.
Yes, Bella, whatever her face is.
Oh, Bella, that was one too.
Yeah.
But while we're on the politics, and we'll go to her in a minute. Trump has said a couple of times now that he thinks he can flip New York red for this election.
I beg.
Yeah.
I'm like hoping and pleading that it happens.
Yeah.
But I was not very convinced, right? I wasn't convinced until I had a conversation, and I don't want to out who the person is. I had a conversation with somebody who lives in this state who is a lifelong Democrat.
Yes.
They messaged me, and they said, this week I'm changing my registration to Republican, and I'm voting Trump this November.
Yep.
How many more people like that are there in my state right now? Because the way I see it is, whether you like or hate Donald Trump right now, the one thing you have to admit is he wants to stop the riots.
Yeah.
And the Democrats don't give a fuck. They're not letting the feds and the National Guard into this. They don't care.
Yeah.
That's blatantly obvious.
Yep.
I don't know. That just fucking really
you know
stood out.
You know what happens whenever if a Democrat if Joe Biden becomes president, right? We go back on lockdown for another year. That's what he said he's gonna. He said as soon if I get into office, the first thing I'm doing is putting us back on lockdown.
Yeah, He said he wants to shut down the entire country.
Yeah,
he wants to do it. Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like most people right now have to look at this and be like, look at all the damage that the lockdown did to my city. We lost something like 2,500 businesses or something like that, and there's more closing.
Yep.
That are not coming back. These are people who are permanently out of business now.
Yep.
People are leaving the city because there's no money here anymore. There's no life here anymore.
Exactly.
So you have to look at this and be like, well, look what they did.
If Democrats lose, they will not concede.
I mean, that's what they're saying about Trump.
They said it the same. They said the same thing. Remember Hillary Clinton? Trump won't accept me being president. And then and then what happens? Trump becomes president. Trump becomes president. She never does. She never accepts it, and none of the fucking Democrats ever accept it. They said the exact.
Of course, none of them accepted it because it was Russia for the next 4 years.
This was a carbon copy of fucking 2016, where there was riots and there was he's racist and this and that. I mean, like, it's a carbon copy, and they're saying all the same things. Oh, well, Biden has 50% approval, while Trump only has 42. Like, it's the exact same thing. Exact same thing.
You know, my favorite thing was Don Lemon last week. It was last week or the week before. He was talking. He said the words, the rioting is getting really bad, and the polling shows it now. Which means, but they didn't show that data, right? He just said it. He just said the words. Which means they know they're losing now.
Yeah.
They know they're losing. I'm not saying it's not going to change by election day, but right now they're losing. I hate how nobody is looking at third parties. The two-party system is dumb. I agree with you. There are some decent political ideologies out there, but it's only donkey enough. No, you're right, Average. You're definitely right. The two-party system is dumb. I agree. I've been saying it should be changed for a long time, but it is what it is.
It's never going to change because people like to be divided.
Yeah.
It's quite simple. The powers that be in politics like to have it completely divided. They don't like to mix their ideas whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm
not a Democrat or Republican, but I have a legit question. Is Biden mentally competent to hold office?
No, hell no.
No, he's not. The man has Alzheimer's. I mean, all right, there's no diagnosis, but that's what he has. When
it comes to the election, I want for everyone who's
the actual doctor in the White House that was there when Obama was president, not Joe Biden's personal doctor, but an actual doctor in the White House, the White House doctor, said that he's seen the decline in Joe Biden. He's seen it from when he was when he was vice president, when he is now.
Cory Booker. This is the funniest thing. During the Democratic race, whenever all these smaller people were still in, like Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, all these different people, when they were all in, they were like, "Oh yeah, Biden is mentally declined. Yeah, he's not. He stepped back a few." And as soon as they back out and then endorse him, like, "Oh no, I didn't mean it like that."
Yeah. Yep.
Like, really? What? How did you mean it? Please, wake up. Like, come on.
So, and also, can we also just say that Trump has a lot of people like to say that he doesn't he doesn't help poor people and he's just a rich man that keeps all his money. He's stupid, fucking selfish, right? Can we just also say Trump has what's called the Ellis Island Medal of Honor, right?
Yep.
This is given to individuals. This is the actual, like, the definition of it is given to individuals who made it their mission to share with those less fortunate of their wealth of knowledge, courage, boundless compassion, or unique talents. So, tell me again how Trump is racist, because he got that award for helping black youths. So, I would just like you to tell me again how he's racist.
He wasn't racist till he decided to run for office.
Exactly,
okay?
exactly.
Anybody decides...
Back in 2007, everybody loved Trump. They loved his shows. They loved him on WWE. Like,
yeah, people wanted to be Trump.
Yeah.
I'm from New York. Trump is from New York. We all looked at him like a superhero. Okay?
Yeah.
And then he's big bag racist as soon as you're on for the Republican Party.
Yep. People are too stubborn to give up their egos and shit. No, you're right, Average, about the two-party thing. You're right about that. The parties
I agree to an extent. To an extent. But I think it's not so much about egos, but it's about, like, people, when they hear third party, it's been ingrained into our ideas for so long that third parties never work. It's just like, why would I want to vote for a platform that is not going to get elected, no matter what?
Yeah, one of the things people like to argue is, like, all the independent candidates should be allowed to go to the presidential debates. Like, once you have primary nominations, right?
Yeah.
Or right, they should be able to show up on debates. The problem with that is I agree with it to an extent.
You'd have too many people going to debates.
Right. You can't just say anybody who's running can go on the debates, because then you could just have anybody just go, I'm running for president.
I want Kanye to be on the debates. That's what I want.
What happened?
I said I want Kanye on the debates. That's
Kanye 2020, baby.
I'll sign a petition. No.
Sign a petition.
Kanye 2024. That's what we're looking at.
Donald Trump Jr. 2024.
Indeed.
Yeah,
that might happen. That would make people. That would make
him so mad.
You know why that most likely is not going to happen?
Trump forever.
Yeah, that's most likely not going to happen just from people getting scared of it becoming a family thing.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want a dynasty thing either.
Yeah.
No.
But
like, I don't see anybody on the conservative side right now.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is we had George Bush and George Bush Sr. Now let's get Donald Trump and Donald Trump Jr. Let's go.
But there was a president in between them. So
there was.
Yeah. We'll elect Kanye, and then we'll bring in Donald Trump Jr.
That would probably be the best thing for Donald Trump Jr. is what to happen if Trump gets it this year. America's great and great standing, right? And then they switch it next year, probably somehow, or the next election after this one, somehow ends up being some Democrat, and it's horrible. And then Donald Trump Jr. comes back, make America great again. Like, that would be the greatest thing of all time.
No, make America great again.
Like,
theoretically, any citizen can run for president. That's my point. It's like if you just say anybody who's running, because anybody could just say they're running, because anyone's allowed to run.
Yeah, the two-party system isn't. It's like as I feel like people think the two-party system is like part of the government.
Did run for president. I'm wondering who the troll votes are going to be this year.
Yeah, Average. You got the one thing about running for president. If you're not with a party, the thing that makes it hard is it's a costly process.
Yep.
Because you have to go all across the country and hold events. You need to pay for these things. That's why the party system. That's the only reason that the party system really stays in effect and it works.
Yeah.
Because the parties have so much money and are good at raising money for these things.
Yeah.
So if you're fucking Joe Blow on the corner, it's going to be very hard for you to go door to door and make thousands and thousands of dollars, enough for you to tour the country with your ideas.
You want to know how much it costs? In 2016, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton spent a combined $1.16 billion.
Yeah. And but you got to understand something. That includes ads on television and stuff too. There's a lot of money that goes. It's not a cheap thing.
Yeah, it's not just traveling. You have to pay for ad spots. It's just insane.
Yeah. Staff you have to pay for because they have to do all kinds of. It's crazy.
Yep.
Capitalism really do be stinky. Hey, listen, you know what? I'm not saying capitalism's perfect, but it's the best we got. So,
I would rather take capitalism than anything else right out now.
Yeah, you ain't gonna convince me that there's anything right now. Like I'm not. Communism isn't better.
Nope. Communism isn't better. Yeah, no, there's no way.
Listen. At least we're not like like a laissez-faire capitalist system where you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
At least we have some regulation.
Yeah.
So it could be bad, and it's not that bad.
Yeah, I think
yes. Do bad things happen and people slip through cracks and take advantage of holes in the system? Yes,
100%.
It is what it is.
Nothing ever is going to be perfect, and it's like people expect Joe Biden to become president, and then we're going to live in a perfect utopia, right?
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
I don't want the USA to become the USSR. Exactly.
What's going to happen is it's just going to be more of the same, except Biden's going to be like, "Oh, I am against this. I don't support this," and they're going to be like, "Yay!" and nothing's going to change.
Yep.
The problem I have with socialism is they push things way too far, socialists, and it ends up becoming communism. Socialism is a sneaky word for communism. That's really what it is.
Yeah. Look, when before the 2016 election, like I said, I used to watch a lot of Young Turks.
Yeah.
And the only candidate they would ever talk about is Bernie.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I remember thinking, and I was talking to a few people, and this is when I didn't really understand a lot about politics. But I remember talking to a few people. I was like, you know what? I understand that socialism does a lot of the time lead to communism because they're like one and the same. But would it be so bad to just implement a little bit of it to get like free education and stuff? These are the arguments I was giving.
Yeah.
And then when you see those thoughts out to conclusion, you see that, well, what's gonna, at least the way I see it, maybe this is not the way everybody sees it, but the way I think about it is, all right, you're gonna get your free healthcare, you'll get your free college or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna come a point where the next guy is gonna come into office and say, well, that wasn't enough, we need more. Yep. Right? Then you're gonna get $1,000 a month. Then the next guy is gonna come along and say, we need more money a month. Then before you know it, everyone gets a $50,000 a month check, and bread costs $600,000.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And you're communists. It's a very,
and then you wait
very
9 hours to get some bread from the bread line.
Yeah, see, Average was just saying the same thing. Never said anything else was better, although I do personally believe a mix between capitalism and socialist ideas.
That's why That's why I said socialism is just a sneaky word for.
We already have.
That's why it's never good because it always gets pushed into. Right. That's why it's dangerous. That's why it's very dangerous.
How do you think? How do you think that? What is it? Welfare happens. How do you? Any of these taxes, we give the money to the government, and then they distribute it to other people. That is what socialism is.
Here's a good day. Here's a good example. Do you want to know the little piece of socialism I actually agree with? You ready for this one? Social Security.
Here's my problem with Social Security. At this very moment, I will never see a single dollar of it.
Well, yeah, we fucked up a lot of things, especially with.
I will never see any Social Security, even though I'm paying for it every week on my paycheck. Yeah,
it needs to be fixed. I'm not saying, like I said, it wasn't perfect. Yeah. Right? We fucked it up. Hopefully, we'll find a way to fix it. Right? But I definitely think. Like Social Security is a good thing because not everybody retires with a whole bunch of money in the bank.
Yep.
Sometimes you get there and you really don't have anything.
Yep.
And if you have Social Security, at least you have money coming in.
Yep.
That you could pay. You have your basic needs covered.
Yeah, but you want to know what happened? You want to know why this is all screwy? Because, when did social? I gotta look at this up real quick. When did Social Security become a thing? It was after World War II, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think it was. I'm trying to remember when it was.
Oh, of course we're not going to call you a communist liberal.
No. Okay, so 1935.
I didn't call you a communist liberal.
Sorry, 1935. 1935 was when it was founded.
Yeah,
you know how long people in 1935 lived?
No.
You want to know how long? I'm going to look up real quick. 1935 U.S. life expectancy.
This is why I'll never see a single dollar of Social Security.
It was...
You love me too, Average.
It was 65. No, it was 61. Sorry, it was 61. Yeah. So
now, most people don't retire until 65 now.
Yeah, and they live until their 90s.
Yeah.
And so you stop working at 50, 55, you get 5 years, 10 years off the government for retirement. Now you get like 40.
Yeah.
And so it's so inflated and it's ridiculous.
Yep. That's so it costs more, but like I said, I'm not saying it's perfect, but I do think it's a thing that you need because once you get to that age, regardless whether you want to say, well, it's your fault for not saving or what, things happen, things get in the way. It's not always possible, right?
Yeah.
So once you get, even if you could still work in your late 60s, there's going to be a point where your body just won't go anymore. Your body is aged, things hurt, you can't get up anymore.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a point where you just have to stay home. There's nothing you can do. So
that's
why,
That's why I wish it was back in I'm gonna sound weird, but I wish it was back in the old days, where who took care of the elderly?
Yeah,
their families, the churches, their community.
You're right. You are right about that.
You know what Social Security does? It gives the government more power over your life.
You are right. You are right. And I don't enjoy getting money forcibly taken out of my check either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the way
I get the necessity though. Like I get the necessity of like if you don't have any money, there's no way you're gonna survive on your own.
Exactly. The way I always look at it is if Social Security exists when I'm at retirement age, I'm gonna go, you know what? It sucked then, but at least I get some kind of a check now. Even if it's not a good check, at least I get something now.
These me and you, we ain't getting checks, baby. We ain't getting checks.
We won't see a single dollar of that
No.
Social Security.
We're gonna be screwed.
That'll be completely depleted by the time we get there, and then they're gonna sign some $7 trillion fucking debt that they'll take just to reimburse it, and then it's just gonna cause more problems. And
Yep. My birthfather was born in 1935, but died at 76 due to Agent Orange. Damn.
Isn't that what they used in
He didn't use Social Security because he retired from the military. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what they used in
the military. They get good pensions. I have a neighbor who retired from the military and is about to retire from the police. That's 2 pensions.
Yep.
That's a big check once you're retired.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not saying you can't find your way without it. I'm saying some people don't become cops, don't have good retirement plans from their job. Everybody's life is different. Everybody's story is different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we all take a different path to that retirement age. So you don't know what's going to happen down the line tomorrow. Everything is different. You might just get, a bad hand, a whole bunch of medical bills.
Vietnam mechs.
Yeah, Vietnam. Yeah, they used the Agent Orange in Vietnam.
So that's why I understand. That's a good thing, and that comes from socialist ideology because it's the idea that the government needs to protect the people to a degree. Yeah.
Every time I hear Agent Orange, I just want to see like a James Bond-esque movie with Donald Trump starring as the main guy.
Oh my God!
You know what I think of? I think of the what's it called? The kids, like Agent 1, Agent 2, or like
Kids Next Door.
Kids Next Door.
Yeah, Kids Next Door. I think of that.
Peanut said this earlier. I overlooked it. My sister-in-law argued with us that Joe Biden would be better. No one was on her side because everyone is smarter. She started screaming and left the house, calling us idiots and such. I just want to point this out really quick. Her sister-in-law walked into a house full of Texans and said, Joe Biden is better.
That's never a good idea.
Your first mistake was going to Texas.
You know what happened?
Yeah.
She walked in there, she said, Biden is better. She heard, she walked out.
I'll go home
now. Oh, man.
we don't take kindly to your kind around here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, we have socialist policies in our government. No one's saying, we can't have any socialist policies. Socialist policies are useful in some situations.
Yes.
But I don't want a socialist government where someone gets a portion of my wealth or portion of my income, and then they get to use it for whatever they want.
See, that's right. Like this is I firmly believe taxation is theft. Firmly believe that.
Yeah,
why
is a hardcore libertarian.
I really am. Why is the money that I earn from my job that I work at get taken out of my check so that these poor people can get their food? I don't care about them. Like maybe it's really selfish of me, but I do not care. I want that money because I earned it.
Listen. It's partly those poor people. Go ahead, Max.
Teach, you don't have a road to go to your job. You don't have traffic lights.
Fuck them whole-ass roads.
Fuck them whole-ass roads. I'll walk to my job. Private roads. Privatize the roads. It's easy.
You're going to pay for that? You're going to pay for that?
No, you're
going to pay for that?
Somebody that wants to privatize the road can privatize it.
And they're gonna ask for a payment for you. And it's going to be the same amount as a tax.
Yeah, you're going to be paying them monthly to travel their road.
Yeah,
you know what I would do? You know what I would do? I would purchase a road, and then I would privatize it. And
you don't have the money. You don't have the money.
You're just gonna come up with $1 million to purchase a road.
Exactly. No, but like for real, fuck them last roads. I could ride a bike to work. There's anything I could do that would get me to work.
With what road?
Max,
what are you talking?
Side of the road. There's a side of the road.
They're not gonna let you walk on the road.
You don't have a side of the road. There is no road.
Can I just explain as well? The roads don't get fixed here anyways. I live in South Carolina. Have you ever been down here? There's no fucking. There's so many potholes.
The roads wouldn't be there in the first place.
They're there now.
Our country wouldn't exist.
Here's the thing. Right. Aside from the roads, you like the police being there. Somebody breaks into your house, right?
Yeah.
You got to pay for that.
I like the military protecting us. I like
that's right.
Listen.
Exactly. Yeah. Listen. I like paying the.
My main point of this was why do we have things like welfare, right? That's my main point. It's not about the roads. It's not about it's like welfare. Why is part of my tax money going towards welfare?
Because not everybody is poor by their own choices. Some people, bad shit happens to them that's out of their control.
That's unfortunate. You know what I mean? It's out of my control too, and it shouldn't be my job to fix it. I sound selfish as fuck.
All I'm saying is, I said this a few minutes ago. I like the olden days when who took care of the unfortunate, the old
churches.
The churches, the family, the community, not the government. The government's terrible at everything it does.
That's true.
Okay, I have not seen any gators in North Carolina or South Carolina. South Carolina has much better taxes. There's no tax on food. So
yeah, North Carolina kind of sucks.
Yeah,
to be honest. Well, okay, no, Asheville sucks. The rest of North Carolina is awesome.
Yeah. No, but
Western North Carolina.
Like I was saying, I don't care. Like, okay, look. What I think is we should lower taxes. There shouldn't be taxes. Taxes should go to specific things, and I should be able to know what percentage of my paycheck is going towards what.
I think you should be able to choose. I think you should be able to choose what your taxes go to. Exactly. I want my taxes to go to my roads.
I want it to go to roads. I want to go to the police. Stuff. I want it to go to those things, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Roads, police, sure, fucking community programs, whatever.
Firefighters.
Firefighters, those kind of things. Yeah. Ambulances, all that shit, right?
Yep.
I want my taxes to go to that. I don't want it to go to welfare so the crackhead down the road who doesn't want to get a job can get food stamps every month.
Yeah, see, but Deej, that's what we're saying. We're saying taxation is necessary, but it's abused. People abuse the system.
Jim knows what I'm talking about.
Taxes shouldn't exist.
Then our country shouldn't exist.
No, but
don't get me wrong. I understand hating taxes. Taxes blow.
In a perfect world, I know this is implausible because people aren't perfect, but in a perfect world, what would happen is we would have roads and stuff like that still exist without the need for taxation. In a perfect world. I said it would never happen. It would never happen.
No, but no. Explain how. How would the roads get there? How would the roads get there?
Privatize the roads.
Is so fun.
So think about it from like a business owner standpoint, right? There's a bunch of business owners on this one strip right here, right? And they want to have their businesses there. They build a road that goes there so people can access their
business. Those businesses aren't there yet. Those businesses don't exist because there's no road.
They want to build a business, right? They need a road that goes to their business so people can get there.
So that means a business costs twice as much to open because you got to build a road.
You know how much less expensive it is for a person to build a road than it is for a government to build a road? A lot less expensive.
You still need people. You still need machinery. You still need materials.
Like I said, look. In a perfect world, I said it's not going to happen. It couldn't happen. In a perfect world, it would happen.
Here's a good example. That
I want to know how though. How?
Dave Rubin got himself into this one. I forgot who he was talking to, but he was saying how he feels like he's pretty libertarian and he thinks he's a pretty in terms of there should be he's an anarcho-capitalist pretty much.
Yeah.
We don't we have flying cars. There's a problem.
So he goes. He thinks that there should be no regulation on business whatsoever. And whoever he was talking to, was it Rogan? I don't remember. Whoever he was talking to was like, all right, so there's no regulation on any market in this country anymore, right? Okay. So you pay a guy to build a house, right?
Yeah.
He quotes you a certain price and he wants to meet that price. So he cuts all kinds of corners. And then when you go move into your house, the house falls on you and you die.
There's no regulations.
No regulations. So there's no inspection. He doesn't go to jail. Life goes on. Right?
You just die.
That's a big hole.
You just die.
You could obviously have laws in place on that kind of stuff.
No. The government doesn't exist. There's no taxes. Governments can't exist without taxes. That's
no regulation. I don't know if you're a fan of no regulation, Deej, but this is the libertarian.
So you can have no regulation, right? But it gets to the point where you would be able to file suit on those people, for example.
No. There's no laws.
No, there's no laws.
Laws don't exist. The government doesn't exist. Taxes are what funds the government. If there's no taxes, there's no government.
Yeah.
Listen.
Fuck
them hoe ass roads.
Jim had the greatest response. But you're dead, so who cares?
But this is the same thing. This is the same thing to me in socialism or communism, whatever you want to call it.
But see, like I said,
everyone says,
exactly.
Everyone says, in a perfect world, communism would be great.
Here's a good one.
In a perfect world, no taxes would be great until you actually think about it.
No, so what I'm saying, like Kay said, the Amish building their homes and they don't.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Yeah.
The Amish building their homes are what Mex was saying. The community takes care of itself.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
In a good world, the community.
But it's not going to happen because you're still going to have businesses.
Deej, you know what happened? You know why the Amish are the Amish? They don't have any of the. If the whole of the U.S. was Amish, you know what? We wouldn't have anything. Anything. We wouldn't have anything. We'd be driving around carriages with horses attached.
But so we've gone to this whole thing, this whole argument about the world or the roads and shit like that. My simple point was I don't want a part of my paycheck being taken out, not being told to me what percentage that is, and being given to other people for welfare. That was my point. That was my point.
No. Your beginning point was taxation is theft.
Taxation is theft.
I hate taxes.
I do hate taxes. And the problem, the way to solve that problem with taxes and why I hate them is to simply tell me what is being used for. Tell me what it's being used for.
Deej, you just advocated that in a perfect world, you want no taxes.
Yes.
Exactly. In a perfect world, no taxes would work.
We'd have tons of guys named Ezekiel.
But we don't live it.
This is true. We'd all be named Ezekiel, and you'd all look like me.
We don't live in a perfect world. So that's not going to happen. I've said that multiple times.
Forcing me to give you my money is theft. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's the price you pay for living in the greatest country in the world.
Yeah. If you don't want to pay the taxes, go to a deserted island. Good luck. Have fun.
Buy an island, get rich, buy an island, and then don't come back.
Like I said, the simple thing that I want solved is that I don't want my money going towards welfare. I don't want it being used without me knowing what it's being used for. I would be fine. Like, look. Say
I agreed. I agreed with this. Yeah. I said I would like to know where my taxes are going to. I would like to
Jimmy,
not have. I agree with that completely. But what I don't agree with is taxation is theft.
I think taxation is theft as it is currently in the United States.
No. As it is currently, sure. I would say.
So you agree it is theft?
Taxation is theft in general. No.
Taxation is theft right now. Right now, taxation is theft.
Yeah.
So you
right
agree
now
with me. Exactly.
No, I don't. I don't agree with you.
Point proven. He just agreed with me.
Shut your mouth.
Did he not say yes, Biscuit?
No.
Did he not say yes?
This is great.
No. Deej, you're manipulating what I'm saying. You're CNN. Shut your mouth.
Taxation right.
You're CNN. Shut your mouth.
Fake news.
Fake news. Shut your mouth.
Taxation right now. Taxation right now.
I'm not talking about taxation. No, your statement was taxation is theft. Yes. I don't want to pay taxes. Screw the roads. No, that's stupid. That's a stupid ideology. That's a stupid idea. You didn't get the phrase right.
It's fuck them hoe-ass roads.
It's a stupid ideology. And you're stupid.
As Kay said, taxation without representation is theft. We have representation, but I believe that we should know what our taxes are going to.
He's saying,
I agree with
he's saying no taxes. CNN wouldn't have the balls to say that shit.
Of course they wouldn't. They need the taxes so that they can fund the $1,000 a month.
They're communists. They need it.
I said I agree with you that we need to know where our taxes are going.
So you agree with me?
No.
He agrees that you need to know where they're going. Not that they need to go away.
I am going to rewind this stream. Your first statement. No, Deej, shut your mouth. I am talking here. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I am talking here. Shut your mouth. I am talking here. Your first statement was...
I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some pepper to go with all this salt.
No. Your statement was taxation is theft. Oh, taxation is only theft when it is abused.
And it's being abused. So taxation in America right now is theft.
Oh, that wasn't your original statement.
Dude, what other country am I talking about their taxes being theft? What other country am I talking about?
You're talking about the idea of taxes is theft. The idea of taxes is
the best stream we've ever done.
You're dumb.
So let's if we're just going to go down to basic ideology, right? Taxation, basic ideology is theft. They're taking my money. Without me having an input or say on it.
You consent.
On
a basic if you
level,
live here, you consent. You consent to giving them your money as soon as you live here.
So wait. So let's go back to what Biscuit said real quick. Just a second ago, what Biscuit said that taxation is going to give people more unfortunate that didn't have the ability to get a job or things like that. They're not there by their own choosing.
That was said. I'm
not here by my own choosing.
Yeah, then move.
So leave.
Leave. Go to Canada. Go wherever you want.
You keep on dodging the argument. That's the
thing. No, you're dodging the argument.
No, listen. Let me just listen.
Okay, say your statement, please.
On a basic ideology level, right? We're just saying basic taxes, which defined taxes are taking money from people and using them in whatever way the government seeks to use them. Theft is taking something from somebody without them illegally just taking it from without.
Here's the thing. Yeah, but wait a minute. The reason why it's not theft is because we have representatives who we vote in who decide where that money goes. That's why it's not theft.
But we don't get to see where that money goes. And that's why
it doesn't matter.
Theft.
That's not the point.
That is not the point.
The system we as a country agreed to is that we vote people in. They make those decisions for us.
I didn't agree on shit.
We
That was George fucking Washington.
Well,
Wig wearing bitch. No, I'm just
that's the way it is. Yo, you better watch your mouth. You better not talk shit about George Washington.
But at a fundamental level, I don't believe taxation is theft. Because if I want to live in a society as advanced as the U.S., I am willing to give my money to the government.
You're willing to. Now let's say
yes,
somebody isn't.
If you're not willing to, then leave. Leave the country. Go away.
Wait. So say somebody isn't willing to, and they're still getting the money taken out of their paychecks. That makes it theft because they're not willing.
No,
right?
You can leave.
Regardless of if they can leave,
here are the taxes.
Regardless of if they can leave, that's still theft because you're saying no.
No, it's not.
Then go to some
staying here.
Go to some African country.
Yes.
Teach. Go to some African country without taxes and see how well you do, please.
I'm just saying on a basic
You know what he's gonna
ideology.
be? He's gonna be one of them African warlords with child fucking armies.
Indeed, on a basic ideological level, I disagree with you.
Oh my gosh. Fuck them hoe-ass roads. Look what you started, Biscuit.
This is great. This is amazing.
No,
this stream right here, hold on. This stream right here is fucking America. This is what I'm talking about.
No, this is the Uncensored Opinions ideal.
But let's just say,
you know what?
Also
Check this out. None of us had to burn shit to make our point.
Exactly. We might have yelled a little bit, but that's just how we talk.
Yeah.
We didn't set anything on fire.
Yeah, no. But
although D just dumb.
To move on, taxation is theft. But let's continue on.
No, he's wrong. He's stupid.
Let's talk about something. We've been going a while, but let's talk about something funny really quick to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I think. The Bella Thorne situation we were talking about before.
Oh Bella Thorne.
Oh boy.
Yeah. This
okay. Bella Thorne went on OnlyFans and was promising nudes for $200, right?
So for anybody who doesn't know how OnlyFans works, I found this out because I decided a month or two ago to actually buy somebody's OnlyFans. Okay? The shit was $5. That's the only reason I did it. I would not actually pay these exorbitant prices for porn when you could get it for free.
This was for that news story, right? Was this not for the lady with the lopsided ass cheek? I just want to. I don't.
No. I didn't pay for that. I didn't pay for that one. No.
Okay.
I paid for
the lady with the lopsided ass cheek.
Yeah, the chick that we made fun of. Yeah. No. I actually paid for Len of the Plugs OnlyFans, right?
Okay.
Because she said it was $5. Like, I could throw you a $5 and see what it looks like.
Okay.
I was curious. So I when I get it, I notice that everything she has on her account is like thumbnails and like 5-second or 10-second previews and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what the fuck is this? And then the next day, you like the creators can DM the people who are members.
Yeah.
Right? So I get the DM from her, and a new video comes out, and she has it in the DM, but it says $30.
Wow.
And I was like, why did I just pay for a membership if I have to pay again?
Yep.
I just paid to pay.
You simp.
I didn't pay though. I didn't pay the second time. I was like, nah, account closed.
Wow.
So Bella Thorne now did this.
Yep.
And none of the pictures that she had on there were nudes.
But she was promising $200 for nudes in Twitter DMs and everything.
Yeah, she was promising that a video with nudity was going to come out. It was like $200 that she charged. People bought it, and it was just her in like underwear or whatever.
Yep.
That's not nude.
Yep. People lost their shit.
Everybody started refunding it. Right?
Yep.
Everybody started refunding it, and what happened is OnlyFans changed their entire policy on their program to make it to where you could they lowered the amount you can charge or something like that.
Yeah, they lowered the cap. They lowered the maximum.
Yeah. So since they lowered that cap, a lot of people are like, well, now you just fucked up our only way to make money and are mad about it.
Get a job.
One, get a job. Two, sell more videos.
Yeah.
There's literally a McDonald's.
You gotta pump those numbers
harder. Work harder.
That's the American dream, baby. Get a job.
Listen. The people on the internet don't want to see a cooch. McDonald's is hiring.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, first off, you're stupid for paying $200 for somebody's OnlyFans, especially
that's ridiculous.
So,
look, you can say whatever you want about me. I dropped a $5.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If it was $200, right? You know, the second that comes out, you can find a link somewhere. You can find it somewhere.
Yeah.
Why would you pay for it?
Yep, exactly.
It's the same thing with any live or anything posted on the internet. It's going to be free sometime. You're going to find it free sometime.
Yeah, Jimmy, Makuchi with cheese.
Makuchi with cheese.
I know as a fact that there is a website whose sole existence is getting people's OnlyFans and posting them, like everything they post.
Yep.
So, yeah, you can definitely get, and they post it for free. So.
I mean, yeah, exactly. So like, there's no.
I'm not outing the name because I don't want it taken down. But
he gets to stay
Biscuit.
up.
Biscuit.
Exactly. What?
Send it in the DMs later.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So Bella Thorne is being canceled right now by your thoughts. I think it's hilarious to watch them all.
Rest in peace. Yep.
So, is there anything else? Is there anything else you guys had to add?
DJ's dumb.
Taxation is theft.
DJ's dumb.
Fuck them hoe-ass roads.
DJ's dumb.
Max, can you at least agree? Fuck them hoe-ass roads. Yes or no?
No, I like roads.
I like having freshly paved roads.
Biscuit.
I like driving.
Can me and you agree on fuck them hoe-ass roads?
I like driving on the roads, bro.
He doesn't want to damage his car.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Dude, the roads. Here's my thing as well. The roads down here are still fucked up.
Hold on. Do you know how expensive my tires are?
Like I said, Biscuit, the roads down here are still fucked up.
My tires.
You should go somewhere else.
My tires are $250 a piece.
Golly.
I love them whole ass roads.
If you get in, I'm just curious. I think there should be something to say about if you get in an accident, right, because of a pothole, can you sue the government?
If you have evidence, you can.
You take pictures and you can sue the city.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Good.
Or the town or wherever.
Yeah.
Because
but
they're responsible. They're supposed to fix it.
You want to know what happened if there was no taxes? You couldn't.
Exactly. You wouldn't be able to sue. You wouldn't be able to sue that fucking Joe who paved the road going from your house to your job.
Yeah, you couldn't sue anyone.
I would just go down there and beat his ass for the money.
And then he would shoot you in the face with the shotgun that he didn't have to register.
Simple solution.
All right, guys. I think that's a good way to end it. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like. Share the stream around. Share around our channel. We want to be out here doing this stuff every week. It's fun. And without further ado, Biscuit